Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
I'm walking along the 16th Street Mall from Market Street towards Wynkoop Street, moving through one of the most transitional sections of downtown Denver. This stretch sits between the city's older commercial core and its more recently redeveloped districts, and that position shapes how it feels. Here the mall still functions as a pedestrian spine, but the surrounding architecture begins to change. Buildings are a mix of renovated historic structures and newer developments that reflect shifting priorities over time. The street feels less ceremonial than Civic Center and less curated than entertainment-focused blocks further east. Foot traffic moves in waves. Some people are clearly passing through, heading towards Union Station or nearby offices. Others slow down, sit briefly, or pause near storefronts. The mall here doesn't dictate behaviour as strongly. It accommodates movement without tightly controlling it. As I move west, the sense of destination becomes clearer. Wynkoop Street sits closer to Union Station, and that gravitational pull is noticeable. The flow of people subtly aligns in the same direction. Even without signage, the city's layout cues movement. This section of the mall also highlights how Denver manages public space. Seating, lighting, and transit access are consistent, but activities feel more dispersed. The mall no longer reads as a single continuous experience. It starts to fragment into overlapping zones of work, transit, and leisure. The free shuttle buses continue to pass through, reinforcing the mall's role as infrastructure rather than attraction. They keep circulation constant and prevent the space from becoming static. The mall remains active even when storefronts are quiet. Approaching Wynkoop Street, the environment tightens. The wide pedestrian corridors begin to hand off responsibility to narrower streets and more traditional blocks. You can feel the city grid taking over again, replacing the linear logic of the mall. Wynkoop itself represents a different phase of downtown Denver. It's more closely tied to rail history, warehouses, and adaptive reuse. That context changes how the end of the mall feels. Instead of dispersing into open civic space, movement funnels into a denser, more enclosed urban environment. This walk shows how the 16th Street Mall acts as a connector rather than a destination in its own right. It links very different parts of downtown without flattening their identities. Each section reflects the priorities of the area it passes through. From Market Street to Wynkoop, the mall transitions quietly. There's no clear boundary, no dramatic shift, just gradual change. And that gradual change is what makes this stretch useful. It carries people across layers of the city without forcing them to stop or notice the handoff. By the time I reach Wynkoop Street, the mall has done its job. It has moved me from one downtown condition into another, leaving the rest of the city to take over.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.